Hello again, everybody. This is Bobby McFadden with RLA Advisors.
This is Jay Simsick.
And we've got kind of an interesting question today. This came to us by a woman, and this isn't the first time we've heard it, but it's the first time we've addressed it.
Yeah.
Is there a way to graciously handle a turn down with a guy, and then she went on to say in a bar, in any kind of public setting, anything? I'm first going to open this up because I don't want women to think that they have to be gracious all the time. And I'll just say this, ladies: if a guy's a jerk, he's a jerk. There's just no two ways about it. But what I took away from this was a guy approaches a woman at a bar. That's kind of what we took away from it. Mm-hmm. He makes an advance. She's not interested.
And that's it.
And she needs to say,
cut and dry, simple.
Yeah, if it's that simple, yeah. There's a number of ways to handle this, and I've heard them all. But if a guy's not smart enough to pick them up, then that's on the guy.
Right.
I'm with friends tonight. Thanks for asking, but I'm with friends. And you move on. And you don't dilly-dally around.
I would even, to be even more direct, I would say there's nothing wrong with saying, I'm flattered, but I'm just not interested tonight.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's like just that simple. You don't have to be, it's not about being gracious or not being gracious. It's just being authentic and honest about the situation.
We're not trying to make either of the parties feel good about it. It just is what it is. He doesn't need to be led on.
Right.
And she doesn't need him hanging around.
And he's just trying to engage,
right.
Which, somebody has to engage. You have to, somebody has to go in and start a conversation or whatever. And
we wrote about this on our blog. It's been over a year ago, where we were talking about the power exchange in a relationship. Mm-hmm. And the question came up, why does someone have to have the power? How do we make it equal? Well, somebody has to have the power all the time. And I don't mean somebody has to have the power all of the time, but at some point, whether it's the man or the woman, the power exists with the one or the other. It's not an equal thing.
Sure.
So at the point that he walks up and says, could I buy you a drink? He has the power. He is offered. Now it's her turn. She's taken control. What she does with that power is completely up to her. So there is no graciousness in this. You're just being straight about it. I really appreciate it. I'm flattered, but I'm not interested tonight. Thank you.
And this is just more of like kind of going outside that spot. Adding gracious to it presupposes that if you say what's on your mind honestly, that is somehow disrespecting the man or somehow being rude, and it's really not. It's just you're expressing yourself, and you should be A-okay with being self-expressed with yourself and being able to be authentic with the person who is approaching you. There just doesn't have to. There's no reason to have graciousness around it in any of the situations. Now, going back to what you said, if the guy's being rude, if he's just being a jerk, in that moment, you can still be just as honest and just say, hey, I'm not interested. And the more forceful he is, the more forceful you can be, honestly and authentically. Mm-hmm. And it's not about being gracious or, trying to be a jerk back. It's just how you feel, and that's it.
And I think what I read in the thing, when you used the word that you did, gracious, the way she did, she wants to feel good about getting out of it. There's none of that. Now, you don't want to be mean about it. I saw this movie once where this girl gets hit on by a guy, and she turns around and faces him, and she hadn't seen him up to that point, and she says, just tell me this right now. How many times do I have to flush to get you to go away? Now, that's a little over the top mean, referring that he's probably, a turd, perhaps.
Yeah.
But, a guy, you have to understand, too, ladies, I'm going to throw this out there. A guy that approaches a woman in a bar does not take offense to being shot down. We expect it. It's okay. I'm surprised when they say yes. Of course, I don't go to bars anymore.
Well, the thing is too, and I hope that ladies, I hope that you understand this. It takes courage for some guys to even walk up to a woman and engage in a conversation whom he doesn't know.
Particularly women as good looking as the ones that watch our.
Absolutely. So I would say just keep that in mind too. He may be nervous. There may be a whole lot going on in his head that he's trying to work out when he comes over. When he says the first thing he says, his pickup, baby, are you tired? You've been running through my mind all day.
Oh, please don't.
It might be that's all that he's got at that moment, and there's. It is what it is.
You look finer in a new set of snow tires. Always work for me. Jay makes a good point. Understand he's nervous too. just make it what it is. It is neither gracious nor ungracious. It's just a fact of
Did I
life.
tell you I named my penis Truth?
Why is that?
Yeah, because my wife can't handle the truth. Sorry. I had to throw that in there.
Okay, guys, for those of you that, and Jay and I are good friends, that is the first time you heard it when I heard it. That's the first time I have ever heard that one. Thanks for that, buddy.
Yeah, no
The
problem.
truth. There are so many jokes right there. I'm just going to let that go. Well, I'm going to say at this point, that's all I got.
That's all we got.
Yeah. So thanks for listening today. And remember, his wife can't handle the truth.
Yeah,
I am
right.
Bobby McFadden with RLA Advisors.
And I'm Jay Simpson.
And we will catch you next time.
All right.